a little bit with your experiences of, you said that you wanted to be part of the sports ecosystem a little bit, and then having to go into the dance world in order to sort of have that experience, right? Have you ever encountered somebody who started off from the dance world and then kind of transitioned into the medical world, and seeing that they needed to obtain the kind of knowledge in order to help back the dance population? Because I think that's incredibly rare. It's much more common for the medical people, for example, right? For example, like you, an orthopedic, or even just a GP, going into medical first and then coming out of that becoming maybe a dancer. I've already met a couple of them myself, but have you ever met anyone who was an ex-dancer and now a current like medical practitioner?
Absolutely. We have a graduating resident this year in the orthopedic department, which is one of the top orthopedic programs in the country. And she started out as a dancer and carried through her career, and was in the last cut before making it to be a Rockette at Radiant
Nice.
City. And fortunately for us, she didn't make it. But she is now graduating, and indeed she came to our program because of the Harkness Center, and because she wanted to give back to that dance world in a way that she could. And her goal is to further that after graduation and come back and become a integral part of the medical team treating dancers. Most of our therapists as well, not just doctors, but our therapists have a big background in dance. And this was a natural attraction coming from the Harkness Center, that we could offer this experience of dealing with people that they saw underserved, either in their own experience being a dancer or subsequently when they became a practitioner. So this is really lends itself to all the practitioners that we have being very passionate in what they do.
Yep. Speaking of physical therapists, I think that is much more a natural transition from an ex-dancer, for example, or at least maybe even an athlete, towards, right? Like most dancers that I know as well do take up master's degrees and further studies in physical therapy, because for them, it's just a lot more about familiarity and a natural course of action for a post-performance career, which is something that I talk a lot about on this podcast. The background dancer is very much focused on that, the post-performance career aspect of what a dancer could do once they stop dancing, either because of a broken leg or early retirement or just getting sick of the industry, which all happens anyways.